time I get to Phoenix, get to Phoenix, get to Phoenix, get to Phoenix, get to Phoenix.
Here come the Clemson Tigers. In the home all-orange, same unis they wore in that close call against Bama here a year ago.
This team has been on a mission since they walked off of this field a year ago and losing so close to Alabama. They had the one slip up against Pitt, but endured a lot of pressure week in and week out. And Dabo Swinney has had his team laser focused on trying to get back to that championship game.
Firmly established as an elite program, 26-2 the last couple of years. Tigers have thrived in the underdog role under Swinney. Won 4 out of 5 bowl game. Watson fired up and ready. This has been the Nissan pregame rush. The Buckeyes and the Tigers about ready to get it on here in Glendale. Only the third meeting between these two schools. The other two have been in bowl games. Both were classics, memorable for different reasons. Came right down to the wire. Both won by Clemson.
It's Christian Wilkins up front and Bulwer as well.
Samuel again in the flat, but Dorian O'Daniel, the linebacker, was ready for him.
Dorian O'Daniel doesn't get enough credit. Message has been sent to get the ball out fast in this game.
Well, they're playing fast, but Barrett is dropped by Cleveland Farrell for a loss on 3rd and 1.
And remember, we just talked about Knox coming in. He's been on the sideline. Well, he better adjust to the speed of this game, because right across from him, there he is. He gets off the ball slow, and there's Farrell, who's played great this year as a freshman. Just the suddenness and quickness, I think, surprised Knox.
Defensive ends in there for Ohio State. Watson gets it out. Williams on the slant. Stumbles a bit, but collects it and rumbles down inside the 30. So the man whose slip created the interception makes the big play. Guys convert 3rd and 6, and now it's Samuel on the reverse. Chased and dropped way back at the 30. Cleveland Farrell off to a terrific start.
These guys have seen this jet sweep look over and over and over, and when you see Curtis Samuel go into motion, you've got to anticipate you're going to get this kind of movement from the Clemson defense. Look how quickly they got out there.
Barrett has to escape pressure in the backfield. We drop behind the line again. Cleveland Farrell is a problem tonight.
Yep. And it's his ability to make plays because he has such quickness around the edge.
Well, looks the same until the ball snapped, and then things get interesting. But over the middle, Renfro has a little pocket, and the slot receiver makes the catch out near the 45. Sean again looks right, fires for Williams, and a one-on-one battle. That time won by the all-world wide receiver as he beat Denzel Ward down to the Buckeyes 30.
Second time he's beaten Ward. Remember, Williams at 6'3". Watch how he finds the football and adjusts to it up and high points the ball over top of Ward, who's 5'10".
A first down completion to Deion Kane, the man who was suspended, sent home before last year's semifinal game, missed both playoff games.
How about that? You keep going deep, you keep going deep. Watch the corners start getting worried. Conley's bailing, and it's 3rd and 5.
Motion. Buckeyes show pressure, they pick it up, and Watson in the flat to Renfro, who dives for the pylon. He will be spotted just short. Watson keeps it and scores, standing up, and says, "Hush, Ohio State band." Impressive drive, running and throwing for the Tigers. 9 plays, 69 yards to stretch the lead.
And converting on 3rd down, challenging Ohio State in so many different ways. That was a very effective drive, 9 plays and 69 yards. for the Tigers.
And the 43rd red zone touchdown this year in 60 trips. They are one of the best. Barrett flips it to Weber, and the running back is going to be dropped for another loss. Marcus Edmond, who's been a clutch player for this team throughout the season, made the stop there.
Yeah, he's left alone out here, but give Edmond a lot of credit for that play in space.
He's the guy that made the pick to seal the win against NC State and the force out in the Louisville game, a yard short of the first down. Barrett steps up, dodges pressure, still can't find anybody to throw, and now it's going to be knocked down on the Ohio State end of the field. What will be the final play of a first quarter dominated by the men in orange.
Blitzes from these two linebackers. This time they bring one, they drop the other, and they also drop another defensive end, so they're playing a lot more zone than they normally would. Look into that secondary. So JT Barrett, they've talked a lot about he's holding on to the ball too long. And it's been a lot of times it's because receivers aren't getting separation. Urban Meyer is frustrated.
This is Gallman in motion, and the running back able to just get the edge, and another excellent gain on first down. What a difference between these two offenses. Watson flips it to Scott, who juggled it briefly, but gets a block on the edge from Williams, and another excellent first down gain. Watson in the flat, Gallman. It's a block, spin, still running. Gallman.
Great blocks on the perimeter by both Hunter Renfrow and Ray McLeod. I mean, it's a great effort, don't get me wrong, by Gallman, but look at the blocks on the outside there, and tremendous effort there. That second and third effort by Wayne Gallman picks up that first down.
Barrett chased and dropped. Carlos Watkins, the one senior in that talented defensive line rotation, got him.
And this time they only rush three. Watch how right here, he's able to work through this gap. See, Wilkins drops. He's able to fight through both Billy Price and Isaiah Prince. Rushing three, dropping eight.
Buckeyes with some problems to solve. Both sides so far. As Clemson tries to build its 10-point lead before halftime, 6:05 to go. They pitch it off to Gallman. Gallman with another tremendous gain on first down. It's been second and short all night. Deshaun looks for Renfrow. Little guy makes a catch and a first down across the 35. He was the star in the loss to Bama last year. A couple of touchdown catches in that game.
What did I say to Greg Schiano about how do you stop the quick slant? Because on 3rd and 3 to 5, you've looked at it for 4 weeks. It's coming.
This time Watson fakes the pitch and cuts it back to the left, and Watson with some room. Still sliding free, still running. Deshaun Watson finally will retreat out of bounds all the way at the Ohio State 33. His first big play as a runner tonight.
Yeah, they go quarterback counter. A great block there by the right tackle. Actually, the tight end gets out there, and the right guard, Morris. The tight end Leggett with a great block and such acceleration.
Fake it to CJ. Watson rolls out. Now lofts it for the end zone. It's Fuller out there. Touchdown! The lethal wheel route, and the Tigers stretch the lead. There's a flag back where Watson was hit.
It's a late hit.
Touchdown will count.
Jalen Holmes.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense number 11. A 15-yard penalty will be enforced on the kickoff.
Wheel routes are a nightmare to defend, aren't they?
Well, especially when a quarterback rolls out to his right, and then they throw all the way back to the left. How about the focus and the effort there by Fuller to make that catch?
Baker interfered with him,
Yeah,
really.
I mean, you could definitely make a case for pass interference, but he caught the football. That's a touchdown. Minute, trying to get points on the board could be a big thing for the Buckeyes if they give him time.
Flips it off, bounces it in front of Weber, but again, heavy pressure. Dexter Lawrence, the freshman that time.
This time they actually bring a little bit more pressure. Instead of just rushing 4, you're going to see Boulware get involved. The linebacker, Bryant, that number 91, he comes late, puts Prince on his back.
Inside of a minute to go. Watson flips it off. Fuller again, and he barrels to the 35. This is Weber. He's got nothing going, lost the ball. A scrum for it. Tigers have it, I believe, at the 40. Weber lost it, and it's a turnover. The last thing Ohio State needed, Wilkins, number 42 in the recovery.
Yeah, Wilkins comes up with it, but it's Kendall Joseph, the middle linebacker, who was fighting with Weber to be able to try to get the ball out of here. It's Jadardon Johnson there, but watch the left 34. I think he gets his hands on the ball to be able to fight it away.
Here's their first turnover. Play action, Watson. A slant. Williams stays on his feet. 5 catches tonight for Williams. Watson fakes the pitch, cuts it back. Watson down inside the 15.
Notice the urgency. Deshaun Watson and this Clemson offense, after this sudden change, they sense an opportunity. The ball in plus territory, already up by 17.
Williams dragging a man down to the 3.
So far unable to get out.
Time Samuel comes back, gets a lateral, he catches it behind the line of scrimmage and loses a yard.
That's the term, leveraging the football.
Pressure, they pick it up, incomplete. Ball was the receiver out there, but Mark Fields, the corner in coverage, broke it up, 4th down again.
What do they do here early in the second half? Now you're going to see Clemson football. This is what they do. This is where they bring pressure. They like to confuse you. And look at right here, you have the tight end. He's not quite able to be in sync.
Flat comes in motion. That's just window dressing. They flip it to him in the flat. Again, great blocks on the edge. The Tigers receivers have been strong in that area tonight.
Great job here of keeping the linebacker inside with the ball fake. Then you can get him outflanked.
Hot pass now to Samuel. Nowhere to run. They string it out. They wanted to play with tempo tonight. You can't play with tempo if you can't make a first down.
No, and you're getting pushed back into the backfield.
JT sacked back inside the 10 by Cleveland Farrell, who has had a dominant evening off the edge.
Here's a stunt. This is more like Clemson's defense. The stunt comes around to be able to get in. They blitz the linebacker here. This is where you expect to see more of a challenge because of the complexity. The center moves down to his left. Nobody accounts for Farrell.
Instead, they fake the pitch, and he takes off with a bevy of blockers, and Watson down inside the 25.
Little toss sweep fake to Gallman. Sets up the blockers. Some big yards for him on the ground.
17 that time. This is Gallman with the quick burst. Gallman down near the 10. Jeff Scott and Tony Elliott, a terrific job calling the plays for the Tigers, and they keep the Buckeyes off balance. Watson, another keeper. Cuts it back and scores for a 2nd time. And the Tigers are getting closer to Tampa. Which quarterback would make a bigger impact as a runner tonight? That was a key question coming in, and the emphatic answer has been number 4 in orange. 7-yard run. He's thrown for 1, run for 2 now. $24-0.
Kind of, again, the misdirection. A little bit of action. It goes this way, and then he comes back. But watch the block right here, the double team, and how they push Bosa, the freshman, basically into the end zone.
This was Watson's touchdown run. Urban Meyer feeling the pain. Was that the dagger? End of 3 in Glendale. 2nd down. Barrett looked in the flat, now fires downfield, over the head and intercepted. Tankersley's got it. Tight ropes the sidelines. Samuel was open. The quarterback missed him, and now a scuffle after the pick on the far side, and flags come in. The bigger story is that Ohio State has turned it over in the final minute of this 3rd quarter.
Ball sails on J.T. Barrett. He throws it, tries to throw it over top of the linebacker, Daniel. And by doing that, the ball ends up sailing on him. You see him right here in coverage. He's kind of sinking back, and I think the ball ends up floating, goes up and over Samuel, who makes a pretty good effort on the ball. And there's Tankersley after the tip ball. But there was a lot of personal fouls going on after the whistle.
You're to just tip off the hands of Samuel, which made it a pretty easy pick for Tankersley, his 4th of the season. And then frustration. Just hand it off inside. Gallman gets ahead of steam and gives it a go, and does move the 6 out of the 30. Are you kidding me? That's a determined runner.
Yeah. And Gallman has had a quiet year by his standard and his expectations, but look at his knees up. It almost reminds you of like a Roger Craig back in the day with the 49ers and when he runs downhill.
On the end around, Gallman running free, and now they're starting to gash that Ohio State run defense. The ball moved to midfield.
Talk about killing the will of a team. That was the game plan. Make Ohio State have to throw, pass protect, receivers try to get separation. It's kind of been the plan.
And stopped behind the line there at that time by Christian Wilkins. So Johnson was urged by his coaches to go back up that talk, and with the help from his teammates tonight, they have done that, in fact.
Absolutely, they've done it. Remember, Johnson also made some comments one time early in the year about Lamar Jackson, so he's kind of had a history of doing that, but you're right, tonight they have backed it up.
First problem is get the 17 yards. Right. And Barrett's going to be knocked down, and now can you go for it from way back at the 35? Carlos Watkins, the senior leader of that group with the sack.
It's actually Watkins that comes from right there to be able to move across. See how he fights through? Forces that Ohio State offensive line to have to communicate. Bounces off the center elf line and is able to get home.
Barrett hit as he throws and just throws into the end zone where it's going to be intercepted. Van Smith's going to run it out. Smith has open space. Barrett trying to cut him off, but he cuts it back. Van Smith knocked down at the 15, and the Clemson defense makes one more emphatic play to perhaps close this out.
That play sums up to me the entire night. 4th down and forever. Hail Mary to throw, to try to execute, to try to pick up a first down. And the smartest play was by Van Smith. Instead of taking a knee, he saw the energy as he looked out from the Ohio State offense, and he said, I'm going to take this. I'm going to take it out. Yeah, but he wants to run. I mean, he wants to get in the end zone.
No doubt. Bunch of guys on the left, under center. Gallman takes the pitch and just walks in to cap a tremendous, creative evening for this Clemson offense.
I like the word creative because a lack of imagination on the other side has been exposed. How about the motion here to take the man-to-man defensive back Ward out of the play? He goes with the receiver, and it's just a quick pitch. There's nobody left to the outside. Wow. Yeah, if there's a guy that's easy to pull for, it's a guy like Deshaun Watson. Everything that's great about the sport of college football, you see Mike Williams, all these guys having some fun with him down there. Yeah, they worked their entire offseason to get a chance to get back to that national championship.
Barrett steps up and flips it short to Weber. Who's had a difficult evening and knocked down. Bears beat him 28-0. On 4th down, Weber is stuffed, and that is a fitting way to end this Ohio State possession. Pagano and company just snuff out another drive.
Yeah, you're talking about a team playing for a purpose and pride. They're up 31-0. You'd think it's a tie game. I mean, they want to preserve this shutout. They don't know probably that Urban Meyer's never been shut out. They just want to shut Ohio State out in his playoff, and what a huge stop there by Pagano on 4th down.
5:48 to go. Clemson rolling towards Tampa. More than a week to prepare. The mythology around this man's ability to get a team ready with extra time, that has been crushed this evening tonight.
Yep.
Clemson has thoroughly outplayed, outcoached, outprepared him.
And I still think that there are people nationally that don't quite understand where Clemson stands in the landscape of college football over these last 5 or 6 years.
They better figure it out.
They are up there. They are a brand and a team that's not going away. They recruit at an incredibly high level.
Schussler takes off, and the backup scampers out near midfield.
I think that's fair.
Tavian Feaster, the true freshman, breaks free. Final play. Weber tackled. And now fire those confetti cannons. It is over. That gets felt over for a while here in Arizona.
Yep.
Watson throws for 259 and a touchdown. Runs for 57 more and 2 touchdowns. Quick exchange between two coaches who are good friends. A thud to end the season for Myers' team. And Dabo, an Alabama graduate. He's got 2 degrees from Alabama. Was a walk-on wide receiver, a graduate assistant, and an assistant coach for a second straight year. Goes head-to-head against his alma mater for a title. Back to the Natty for Clemson.
How would you characterize this performance?
Our best game of the year, best 4 quarters of the year, dominant performance. We were at our best on the biggest stage. And I'm just really proud of our preparation, our staff. I'm happy for all these fans that traveled out to Arizona to see the Tigers. But I'm really, really happy for those people who sat their butt at home and bought their tickets to Tampa. They put a lot of pressure on us. So I'm happy we're going to Tampa. And I'm really happy that these aren't cubic zirconium. These are real deal diamonds right here now. It's a real deal.
And your team has been the real deal, and you talked about the pressure. Your team's had a target on its back since the splendid performance here a little less than a year ago. What's it like to take this team and get back to the national championship game?
Well, it's been a special run. You know, it takes commitment. It takes mental and physical toughness. It takes culture. It takes love. That's what this team has. We talked about it last night. This team has an appreciation for each other. You know, Ben Boulware rooms with the backup quarterback. The star players are great friends with the walk-on who don't play. That's what this team has that's special. It's a genuine appreciation for each other and the role that they play. And we got a staff that's second to none. We got a fan base, but let me tell you, it ain't easy to do. We talked all year, we're going to embrace the target. We're going to run right at it, run right to it. And that's what these guys have done. They've accepted the challenge. We've played everybody. This is our 5th bowl win in a row. Beating Ohio State twice, LSU and Oklahoma twice. All right. Sooner or later, people are going to realize that Clemson is an elite program that has done unbelievable things on and off the field. And the credit goes to the good Lord and to all these players and the former players. Because this didn't start this year. This started in 09 with that first team that won the division. We've won 5 divisions now. That first team in 11 that won the league, we've won 3 now. That first team in 11 that won 10 games, we've won 6 years now. So it's all those guys, not just this team. This is for everybody.
I know everybody knows it. Now you got the rematch. Dabo, congratulations. Dabo Sweeney, champion to the PlayStation Fiesta Bowl. Mike, we have some players to honor as well.
He responded a touchdown run, part of his 31st win as a starting quarterback. To a touchdown pass to C.J. Fuller, one of the unsung players who shined tonight. The backup tailback makes a nice catch. That got it to 17-0. Urban Meyer watched his team beaten A to Z, as he said in the first half, and they could never rally because Watson continued to pile on another touchdown run in the 3rd quarter. And Meyer's team would be shut out. That's a first in his head coaching career after 194 games. Dabo Sweeney and his staff rightfully basking in the glow of a tremendous month of preparation. They piled it on. Watson, as you saw, offensive MVP, 3 total touchdowns. Gallman got involved with a late scamper. And that Tiger defense limited Ohio State to 9 first downs. Dabo got doused and got dinged. Watch closely. Boom. Got him once and then got him twice with the edge of the bucket. But he's feeling no pain at the moment, Kirk.
No, he didn't feel that at all.
They have the golden football with those authentic diamonds. They are eyeing a bigger trophy against the Tide in Tampa. Emphatic tonight, 31-0 Clemson.